What up, guys? Carolina Jackpot checking in. It is October 26, 2020. It means it's Monday evening. And coming to you from a little bit different venue this evening. I'm at the beach. Carolina Jackpot is in Florida. If you couldn't tell by the picture behind me of some boats out in the water. And it's dark already because it's a little bit before 8 p.m. and the sun sets pretty early here in October. But yeah, I came down. Weather's great. Sunny, laid out today. Got some sun. Went to the indoor pool. Had a great time. And I'm going to be here until Saturday. So there's that. Thoughts on Saturday night's football game? You know, I actually missed my podcast last night because we were traveling down here, and I didn't get checked into this hotel, well, condominium resort, whatever you want to call it, until about 10:15, and that just wasn't enough time to get on the podcast. So I'm sure that plenty of people thought that, oh, Carolina Jackpot just don't want to eat his crow. Let me tell you something. If there's anything that I've had a steady diet of the past 5-6 years, it's been crow. It's been crow. So no, I'm not scared to eat my crow. I don't know where to start when I start talking about that game. You know, the coaching situation, I've let it be known for the past year and a half, almost season and a half anyway, almost 2 seasons if you want to go back by games. Calendar-wise, it's a little bit less than 2 years. How I felt about the coaching situation at the University of South Carolina. I told you after the North Carolina game last year that Will Muschamp and his staff were an unmitigated fucking disaster. And, you know, I had tried up until that point, I tried to like the guy. I tried to be on his side, tried to defend him when people would talk shit, got mad when they would say, well, he couldn't win at Florida, so why can't he win at South Carolina? Blah, 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 blah. And, I would always jump to the defense. After that game, I was fucking done. Last year was filled with a lot of lows. One high point, a win over Georgia, which had nothing to do with him. It had everything to do with the fact that our defense laid big cock and balls out all over the field. Georgia's offense was a shit show that day. All the stars fell into alignment and we won the fucking ball game. Had nothing to do with him. This year, there's been a lot of challenges this year. I tried to support the fact that they marched and let his players march back in whatever the hell it was, May, June, whatever. But that's what it is. That's all he is. He is a player's coach who's respected by his players. They like him. But he is not a head coach. He's not a head coach. He's not competent. He can't build a staff. He can't override decisions in game for whatever reason. Why? I don't know what's wrong with him. You know, I think Monday through Friday, I think he's pretty good with the X's and O's. He's pretty good with laying out what we should be doing. But when it comes to Saturday, for some reason, he just implodes and it all goes to shit. I don't have any other explanation for it. Saturday night was still disappointing to me on many levels, despite the fact that if you listen to the Carolina Jackpot channel and watch all my videos like you should be doing, you would have known that I picked us to lose. I didn't expect us to get blown out. I didn't expect our doors to get blown off from the opening gun until the final gun. I really didn't. I thought that we would end up losing by 14 to 17 points. I thought it would be a back and forth game in the first half. I thought by the end of the third quarter, start of the fourth quarter, LSU's a little bit superior athleticism would take over and they would coast on home to a 14, 17-point victory. We lost by 28 points and, quite frankly, could have been 35. Probably should have been 35. They just stopped scoring or they let us score a touchdown, however you want to look at it. Congratulations, Josh Vann, finally getting in the end zone after 3 years of being on campus. It's pitiful. It's pitiful. It starts with head coach. It rolls on down to the quarterback position. What the fuck? What the fuck are they doing out there? Why do they continue to trot this long-haired trash can with legs out there to play the quarterback position? He's terrible. He is terrible. I could see from the first game that he has zero mobility. He has zero mobility. Okay? He shouldn't be taking sacks. He's taking sacks like he's never even played the damn game of football before. Throw the fucking ball away. What are you doing? He's thrown 3 interceptions this year. 3 interceptions. Two of them been returned from pick six. 2. You know, I can't even enjoy a good day of the Taters having an off day and looking almost human and stupid, and Trevor Lawrence throwing a pick six. I made fun of him for throwing a pick six, give him a hard time. Then what do? You go out and you throw a pick six against a team with a horrible pass defense. You look like shit. You look like shit in every phase of the game. Your defense looked like shit. Your passing game looked like shit. Your special teams definitely look like shit. The coaching looked like shit. The play calling, the adjustments, the lack thereof, all that looked like shit. All of it. The one thing that didn't look like shit was the running back, Kevin Harris. What was it, 12 carries for like 140 yards? Yeah, we only let him carry the ball 12 times, though. We only carry it 12 times. Why? Because we have to try to win the game with the pass. We have to try to pass the ball. We got to go to the air because we get behind and we're sitting here playing catch up. We get punched in the mouth early and we're sitting here playing catch up. I just never really get punched in the mouth. It was a 7-minute drive to start the game. 7 minutes you left their offense out on the field. You held the ball for 22 minutes in that game. They held it for 39 minutes. There you go, right there. There's your ball game. They beat you by 28 points. 2 of those touchdowns weren't even against your defense. But it didn't matter because your defense is horrible anyway. You absolutely got gashed by the run. You let some jabroni named Tyshawn Davis Prince, who nobody has ever heard of, look like Ricky Williams. You make some freshman quarterback nobody's ever heard of look like Patrick Mahomes. I mean, what the fuck? This guy was the backup to last year's backup. Didn't even know he was going to be playing until like Tuesday. Didn't know he was going to be starting until like Thursday or Friday. Yeah, but, I mean, he goes out there, cools a cucumber, and delivers. Gotta give him credit. I mean, the kid looked good. I mean, he looked like an athlete. I mean, he was definitely heads and shoulders above our, fifth-year senior quarterback who's like 27 years old. Jesus Christ. Is this what we've become? Where's Ryan Helinski at? Why is he not playing? Okay, I knew why they chose this guy as a starting quarterback to begin the season. Because he knows the offense. I understand all that. I understand there's a learning curve to learning this offense. You know what I also understand? I understand that learning this offense, it's not rocket science. It's football. Ryan Hilinski is a sophomore in college, okay? Guy's not dumb, okay? He learned the Brian McClendon offense, right? So, I mean, how much of a learning curve is there in the Mike Bobo offense? Why is it that we're 5 games in, we're down by 4 touchdowns, and we still can't give him any playing time? We still continue to trot out the long-haired 27-year-old pick-6 throwing interception freak who likes to take sacks. That's just dumb. It's just dumb and stupid. It's almost like you're playing to lose ball games. And yeah, you got to win the week before against Auburn. Congratulations, I guess. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, Auburn's offense would probably have a hard time scoring if you left them out there on the field by themselves. They're terrible. They're horrible. You had a team Saturday night that you had a legitimate chance of scoring on. You could match them score for score. That's what we needed to do, match them score for score. And where has our bread and butter and our strength been all year long? Has it been with the passing game? No! It's been with the running game. What do? We run our best running back 12 times. 12 times for like 120-something yards. What's that 10-yard average? So if we'd have run him another 10 times, that would have been probably about another 100 yards. Split the difference, say another 75 yards. You only got outgained by 130. Didn't have to, though. I mean, they were sitting here returning kickoffs for you, touchdowns, and taking back pick sixes. Bottom line is that I really just can't even get mad about it anymore. I was mad about it Saturday night, and then I couldn't go to sleep because I was having some. I was going on a trip the next day, so that always gets me a little bit agitated, anxiety-wise. But started having these heart palpitations, and I was sweating, and I thought I was having an anxiety attack. It turned out I think I just got overheated. And I got really upset during that ball game, and fact of the matter is, this team is bad for my health. They're bad for my well-being, present and future. And I just don't know what I can continue to do. I just don't know how I can continue to support them in the way that I've been doing it. Because, after a while, after years and years and years and years and years and years of the same old damn thing, one finally comes to the realization that things are not going to change. Things aren't going to change. We've had bad seasons with bad coaches before. But the thing about it is, they finally got fired. I don't understand why they can't just pull the trigger and fire Will Muschamp. I don't understand it. And you can sit there all day long and tell me about money. Well, it's the contract buyout. Bullshit. They have the money to do it. If they had the money to offer him in the first place and give him that contract, they have the money to buy him out. They should never have given him a contract that they couldn't afford to buy out if they needed to. I don't think they did. That makes no sense from a monetary standpoint that any official with any university's athletic department would sign off on. It makes no sense whatsoever. I think it either boils down to either Ray Tanner is lazy and he don't want to assemble whatever you call it, a search crew for a new head coach, or either he and Muschamp are just tight, and he have the damn balls to fire him, which is insane because you're losing your fan base. You're losing your fan base. You think you're losing money this year because you can only put like 17,000, 18,000 people in the stands. Imagine what happens next year when you're actually allowed to have the same crowds that you have always been able to have with season ticket, hopefully, and your Gamecock Club donations start going down because they're sick and tired of it. Then what happens? I think the athletic director is just as damn inept as the head coach, just as inept as all of his coaches. I think they're all a bunch of clowns, and they all need to be fired. And they just need to burn it down and start over. To use the analogy, I'm not suggesting violence here, of course. They need to start over. Okay, you've seen a couple of schools, namely North Carolina and Rutgers, go and go whatever you want to say. You want to go backwards to go to the future by hiring former head coaches. Is that such a bad idea? Remember this guy? Never mind, maybe that's not such a great idea. You have a decent amount of young coaches out there right now who will be landing jobs with Power 5 schools within the next 6 to 8 months. You're going to sit here and tell me everyone is safe because of COVID. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that bullshit. I'm just not. There has to be accountability somewhere. Will Muschamp has not lost any significant players to play, none of their significant playing time. He's not encountered any huge roadblocks or obstacles because of COVID. Therefore, there is no excuse for the horrific product that he is putting on the football field. His team is 2-3. That's a 4-1 football team. There's a 4-1 football team in Columbia, South Carolina right now. And you can sit here and laugh at me all you want to. Tater fan, you can sit here and laugh at it all you want to. The Tennessee game should have been a win. The Florida game should have been a win. And then you have the other two games that were wins. The one Saturday night should have been a hell of a lot closer than what it was. Give credit to old Jambalaya Mouth and his staff down there. I knew that they would come out angry as hell. I knew they were going to come out pissed off. I knew they were going to come out seeking to recapture that respect and that big dick energy that they had at the end of last year's national championship game. I knew that that was going to happen. Only an idiot that doesn't watch the game of Hut Hut religiously would have said any different than the fact that they were going to win that game. You were dumb. We had analysts, we had all these people here and there picking the Gamecocks to win. I knew it wasn't happening. I gave us maybe a 10% chance to win, and that's being generous. I knew it. And am I the smartest person at picking things out to happen? No, I'm not. I'm not. You can tell that by looking at my picks against the spread every week. Some weeks I do really good. Some weeks I'm horrible. But if I knew every team like the back of my hand, like I know my Gamecocks, I'd be living in a big house on the big side of town right now. Yeah. And playing with house money in Vegas every weekend. But I don't. But I know how they are, and I know what they do. And I know that they shit the bed often, frequently, and most of the time I can predict it. And if I can't predict it, you know it's coming. Sooner or later it's coming. Anyway, bye week. I mean, going into a bye week, a lot of these teams, going into a bye week is like, man, it fucking sucks, man. We're on a roll. Man, why we got to have a week off, man? I want to go out there and stomp some more ass this weekend, blah, blah, blah. For the past 5-6 years, I've been so looking forward to bye week that it's unreal. And I know they all got to be looking forward to bye week too. Let's go back to the drawing board again for the 5 millionth time. Let's go back to the drawing board again. Let's figure out something different. Let's figure out how we're gonna go out there and beat Texas A&M. Let's see what we're gonna do. And guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna go out there and do the same damn exact thing that you did this past weekend, because you're not gonna do anything different. You're not gonna change, Muschamp. You're a dinosaur who's set in his ways, and you're a loser. You're a loser. I wish you'd never come here. And I pray that the powers that be will finally do something about this mess before it's too late. Hell, it's already too late. I pray they'll do something about it. I'm so freaking over it.